Hey guys, I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of one of the things that we can do here at BizAssist. So what we've done is we've got a client who is a professional cleaner and she needs us to do her invoicing for her. So we've put together a really quick little form. Takes her less than a minute to fill out. At the very least, when she's really confident and comfortable with it, it won't take very long at all. So there's a couple of questions in there that are very important for us being able to do our end of the job. So is the service for a repeat client? This is to save her a little bit of time. So if it is for a repeat client, then she can actually select which client it is because she's only got a handful of repeat clients. If it's not for a repeat client, then she can actually input the client name, client email, and whether or not they're with the NDIS, which helps us with our pricing. So just to put something through as an example for you, I've got here, we'll just fill it out as we go, .com. Okay. Now, is the client with NDIS? We will say no. Hours spent at the service, let's say it was 6 hours. Now, if she needs to advise us of any updates or comments for the service or the client. So this is usually more relevant for repeat clients. So if they wanted to update the email address that they're using or something like that, or if she's got a special pricing for them, she can let us know through here. For now, we'll select no and then we'll submit it. So as you can see, it has successfully submitted. Now from here, we've made it so she can fill it out again, which means if she gets to the end of the day, she can do them all at the one time if she would like to. Also, she can edit the submission from that screen as well. So going over to the sheet that we actually have for her. Now this here is the page for form responses. What that means is that every time that a form is submitted, it comes through into this worksheet. So you'll be able to see that we've got all of the information we've just input. So it's not a repeat client, it's Bob Brown, that's his email address, and we're there for 6 hours. Now, if we go over into the calculations sheet that I've created, it has the same headings at the top. Now, what that means is that all of her responses are going to gather up here. But when we're doing the invoicing, we are only going to need the information from each client at that point in time. So what we do is we just select it, we copy it, and then we paste it. And that puts information into these boxes which we are using for our calculations. So to have a look at what those calculations then lead to, we'll jump straight over into the invoice. Now, you'll see for the details of our client, we have actually blurred that out, and we've also blurred out her bank transfer details as well. So we've just made them all white for today just so that we can actually do this video for you. Now, the name has automatically popped up as Bob Brown because that is the name that we have input in that box. So that is the name that's popped up. Now, you'll see we've got 6 hours, and what has automatically gone into here is now 6 hours. Now, his rate has gone in depending on whether or not he is an NDIS client, and that has automated the tax required for him as well as his total. So that has all been automated. Now there's other things as well that work within this little spreadsheet. So you'll see the invoice number is actually generated by his name and then a formation of numbers which create the date. So obviously my client isn't going to be needing invoices, several invoices completed on the same day for the one client. It's pretty much going to be one at a time. So this is a good way to identify the difference between those invoices, getting a different invoice number for each of them that works well. You know, in an interactive sheet like this, it's very difficult to actually find a lineage of numbers because the spreadsheet is consistently opened. So the best way to do that is by the date. We're opening it on different dates for that client, and we know which client it is that we've invoiced as well. So you'll also see things like this. So the date has been input, and then our payment term. So the due term. So it's due within 1 business day. That makes the due date as November 24th. All of that is automated. In this area, pretty much the only thing that we need to put in there manually is the summary is if it is different, And if there are specific details required in the description, or if it's like an NDIS client or something like that, and they actually need to have the address of the property in there and an NDIS number. So another thing that we've done is actually down here, if it does say that it is in fact an NDIS client, so if the client is with NDIS, then over here it will actually show up as NDIS number, and then we just input the NDIS number. So it's really nice and straightforward. That might spark some ideas for what we can actually do for you. So keep in mind, we can actually take this and we can then print it out or save it as a PDF and forward it to the clients. Well, to our clients, I suppose. But yeah, we can actually then forward it on. Now, by doing it this way, it creates a really nice consistency. It's really nice and easy. It's so straightforward. Once it's set up, all of the mucking around is in the actual setting it up. Once it's set up, it's fine to go. So I just thought I would pop this one out there just to show you guys what it is that we can do, just to give you an example of some of the work that we can do, and so that you can see what is otherwise really hard to explain, which is that we can do these kind of really interactive sheets and interactive forms. The forms get a lot more complex and a lot more sophisticated than the one that we've got here. This one was intended to be nice and simple so that it was easier for my client. All of the hard work has gone into actually the formulas and the spreadsheets and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. If it inspires you, let me know. If there's something we can do for you, don't hesitate to let me know. And if you've got any questions, of course, let me know. So we look forward to talking with you soon. Hopefully, if you do have any questions, you feel nice and comfortable to ask away. And we will call back in later with another video for you.